Piper is freaking out here. She's ready to go already. We're one-wheeling today. It's gonna be exciting. I've already ridden it at work. I'll put that video on the screen now while I'm getting my shoes on. Honestly, it was pretty easy to ride the first time around. I just kind of got on it and started moving. And I will say I have ridden the one wheel before, but I only rode it like 10 feet total the first time, and that was because it took off really fast in one direction, and then I fell off of it and I didn't ride one again. But it looks like Future Motion, the company that makes one wheel, has changed that a lot, and they've done a lot of work on these devices, so that seems pretty cool. And so I'm really excited to get into riding it more, especially after my first ride went so well. All right, who's a good puppy? You sit, you gotta stay, gotta stay. All right, so it may not look like it, but Piper is wearing a shock collar here. And then as you can see here, I have her beeper for it. Come on, Pipes, let's go. All right, let's go ahead and lock the car. Come on, Piper do. I'm still in going kind of slow speeds. This is maybe a light jog for me. I'm probably going like 10 miles an hour. Not even, maybe 5, 6. Still got to master that jump off the board. I will say already, this is probably one of my favorite devices I've ever owned. I grew up riding dirt bikes, four-wheelers, snowmobiles, all that type of stuff. But one of the things I really liked doing as a kid was riding snowboards. But obviously you got summer, and right now work has me in Southern California. So snowboarding is a 4 to 5-ish hour trip. That is if they have snow, which typically they don't in Southern California. And so I'm kind of learning as I go right now on this, and it does kind of feel like I'm surfing around a little bit like a snowboard. I also did pick up surfing when I got down to Southern California, and I will say this is kind of like that. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not very good at surfing. I barely got up, and I haven't been going as often recently, but so far this kind of feels like the times I have gone surfing. You coming, Pipes? That silly dog, she loves to sniff stuff. This is a great exercise for her too, because it gets her out, keeps her moving. One of the things I worry about being in Southern California as a boy from the Midwest is they got rattlesnakes down here. And if I keep her going like this speed, she doesn't have time to cross in and out here between all of the bushes and go find a rattlesnake. Piper is afraid of rattlesnakes, so that is good. But I don't want her to get up on one that's already angry, so. Good girl, Pipes. I can already see how this would be kind of tiring on the back foot. Noticing my calf down here is already a little bit strained, which is something I actually notice when I snowboard very frequently. It actually becomes a huge problem for me during the snowboarding season. So it's kind of interesting to feel that. I think that'll make me a better snowboarder as well, because this device is very fun so far. So I don't think there's going to be a chance I'm not going to ride it that often. We haven't been up there yet. That's something I'm probably going to save for when I get better at riding this device. Who knows, maybe we go for it here once we hit the end of this trail. I still have not been to the end of this trail. I went up here for the first time a few weeks ago with Piper, because for the longest time I thought this was a dumping station, but turns out it's actually a public trail. It seems to be an abandoned road, so that's kind of cool. Wow, Pipes, look at that. Isn't that pretty? She's loving this so far. She's gonna be zonked when we get home. I have not reached pushback yet on the one wheel, which if you're not familiar with one wheel and this is your first video and maybe you're just here watching it because you know me, thank you for that, first of all. Second of all, pushback is when you hit the top speed of the board, it actually starts to pull you back and it'll beep at you and it'll vibrate under your feet is what I've been told. I've only hit about 14, 15 miles an hour so far. The board does top out at 20, which feels like a reasonable speed to me. Pipes! Oh, she got way back there. You can probably see that. She's just sprinting now. Pipes, you're a goofball. What'd you stop for? I'm gonna keep going. So yeah, I have not hit pushback yet. I kind of hope to not hit it anytime soon because I've heard that can be kind of a pain in the ass. Or that it can just make it difficult to stay on the board. And as you can probably see already, I'm a little wobbly, but I'm making good speed right now. Pipes isn't going too fast. So we're just having quite a bit of fun here. Filming these rides is something I'm gonna start doing, especially as I get better at riding the one wheel. I think that it'll be a fun little session, something that people can put on in the background and just kind of watch when they're doing whatever. There we go, that's a better foot position. So as you can probably see here, move my foot forward a little bit. It's also my first time using the 360 camera in a method like this, so hopefully this goes well. I don't want to get dumped off this thing. Because it is a self-balancing board, if you lean forward too hard, it can kind of dump you off the nose. And being that I'm new to this and I'm carrying a camera, I really don't want to have to go running off the front of this thing. So I'm hoping we don't have to do that. Pipes, there's construction up here. Whoa, that was hard on the calf. Holy crap. Whew. Oh, I need a second, Pipes. There's a little bit of a washboard over there. It just wobbled me a little bit. So it's kind of weird to get used to. But overall, you can probably see this is a pretty cool vehicle. I did get plastics for it. I will say, unfortunately, they came broken. So Onewheel actually shipped them to me broken, which kind of sucks for when you're buying a new board. And then I will say they also didn't ship one item to be specific, but the fact that they lost one of the items and they broke another one does kind of annoy me a little bit. She was ready to go. You ready to keep moving? All right. Oh, is that a truck coming, Pipes? I think he's waiting for us. Being very, very friendly to us, Pipes. Whoa, these rocks are getting beefier. Holy crap. I should have maybe tried to ride this in the city first.
How long does the battery last?
To be honest, I don't know. I just got it today. Nice talking to you. All right, we're back on the move again, folks. Had a nice conversation there. Cut that out because I don't want people who don't know they're being filmed to be filmed, especially since I think it is illegal, but that's probably something I should figure out actually if I'm gonna make these videos. Pipes! You can't stop in front of me. You're gonna get taken out. You're a big goofball. One of the things that guy was mentioning is, you know, it's gotta be tough going uphill. You're probably gonna run out of battery. I did tell him, I was like, well, this is honestly my first time riding it, so I don't know how far I'm gonna be able to go. So when we get wherever this trail goes, Pipes and I are probably gonna stop and figure out how much battery we got left on this thing. I think we're cruising pretty good now though. This is really fun off-road, wow. It feels just like snowboarding. The only difference is I'm obviously not carving back and forth yet, but if I remember correctly, when I learned to snowboard, that was kind of how that went. Jeez, we're in sand now. Okay, Pipes, I think we gotta turn around. Might try to go up another way if I can, but if it's anything like this, we're not gonna be able to get up it. This is very loose gravel. I think even a vehicle would have some trouble going up it. I think my truck would be able to make it in 4x4, but I'll be totally honest, I don't think a car would make it up that. That's how soft that sand is. Come on, Pipes! Piper's a great girl. I hope she's close behind me. Nope, she's taking off running towards me. It's kind of hard to look back and see where she's at on this thing, so that might be something I got to figure out. Again, I will say for everyone that's going to be mad in the comments about, oh, you're not watching your dog or your dog needs to be on a leash. She is on a leash. It's a remote leash. She's well trained. She just gets distracted, especially today. I've been sick recently, so she hasn't had as much exercise recently as she normally does. But as she's running in front of me here, this is pretty par for the course for Piper. She's a great dog. Hey, you better get out of my way, goofball. Yeah, if you stop running, you're gonna get hit. I would say it would be pretty par for the course for Piper to get taken out by this thing. First time I got a drone, when the Mavic came out, the first one, that was I think 2015 or 2016. Piper thought it was a bird. She was trained for birds. She was a bird dog and everything. And it kind of took her out a little bit. Whoa. All right, I got to readjust after that. I don't know if you could see, I hit a big rock there, which I don't think the people that ride these things professionally would have an issue with that. Are you gonna keep moving? Go, go. Whoa, that's some loose rock. I will say it is a confidence booster knowing I do have all these pads on. Obviously, that's not gonna save me from seriously breaking a bone or something, but what I'm really concerned about is actually just sliding out and slicing myself up. Pipes, you gotta move. I did, like I said, I grew up snowboarding. I grew up, you know, riding dirt bikes and all that type of stuff. So it is something I think you kind of learn how to fall when you're doing that type of stuff. And it's very helpful when you're a kid because you're a little more plastic than you are as an adult. Things hurt a lot more when you fall as an adult. And so I think having that under my belt as a kid was very nice. I'm sure I am gonna fall on this eventually. So my plan really is to kind of treat it like I would on a snowboard. I'm gonna kind of try to slide out if I can. Being that I do have the knee pads and the elbow pads, I'm gonna try to either roll or slide on those. Whoa. Curious to see how fast we're going. I'll put that on the screen right now actually. Just show you the top speed there, you can probably see. I'm hoping it's close to 20, which is the top speed of this device. If I had to guess, I'm maybe going 15, 16. Pipes, we're gonna slow it down a little bit. That actually felt really good. It's just, you know, being on a new device, I'm still trying to figure out the balance of this one. And it does kind of rock back and forth. One of the things that can greatly affect the ride of this device is the pressure of the tire. That's something I have not checked yet. I got it at work. I threw the accessories on it that came in the box. Like I said, some of them were missing. That's a little unfortunate, but I'm counting on Future Motion to do the right thing there and send those out to me. But yeah, I just kind of put the stuff on it, let it charge to 100% and took it out for a ride. I will say the fast charger that comes with the device was very fast. I tried it out on my lunch break at work for the first time, and having that fast charger was great because it showed up at about 10:30. The device shows up around 30%-ish, which I think is some sort of law with shipping large batteries. But it was charged to 100% by 11:30 when I went out there for lunch to try it out. So that was pretty awesome. It's a quick, you know, hour-ish on a full charge, which is pretty cool. All right, Pipes, we're getting close to the end here, sweets. Here's the turn off I said we're gonna try someday. I hope it's not as soft as that other one. You know what, we're gonna give it a shot and see how it goes. Come on, Pipes. Oh, this might be tough for the one wheel. I know this board doesn't have as much torque as the S, which does make this type of stuff difficult. Yeah, this is gonna be slow moving the whole way. I think we're just gonna turn around. Still trying to figure out how to get off this thing nicely. I plan on turning off the singles or the dual zone. So there's two sensors here, as you can probably see when I'm doing this. There's one sensor and then the other sensor, and they both have to be activated in order to turn it on. I plan on turning that off so that it's only a single sensor. Just makes getting on the board a little easier when I get better at it, but that is gonna make it so that I can't just lift the heel to get off of the device. So I'm trying to figure out how to learn to get away without doing that. Oh, this is actually very steep. Oh wow, this is very interesting trying to navigate this. Pipes, you gotta move. Keep going, get. Good girl. But so far, I'm a huge fan of this device. I mean, I can't even believe how fun this is to ride. What I'm probably gonna do here is I'm probably gonna end up cutting this video off. I don't know if I'm gonna film another video. I think I might go out solo and just keep riding the device a little bit, getting used to it, maybe hitting some actual paved trails so Pipes wouldn't be coming with me. But I think we've been moving quick enough. She's gonna be more than tired when I get her home and feed her. So probably cut it off at the end of this trail here, but thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. If this is some content you're interested in, please leave me a comment. Just go ahead and subscribe as well while you're here. I do plan on making a lot more content about these rides. I'm sure these will get a little more interesting as I get better at riding, but I will say for, you know, first day riding the Onewheel, I do think I'm doing better than most, just because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos about the first rides and all that stuff. I did a ton of research before I bought this, something I've wanted for maybe 2-3 years now. And I kind of decided on it specifically because I do travel for work full time. I don't really have the space to buy a dirt bike right now, which is something I really wanted to get. And so I figured, you know what, this is great. Fits in my truck. It's something I can just kind of take with me, and I can use it anywhere. So I thought that was pretty cool. So if you want to see more content like that, you know, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, comment, let me know. Dang, Pipes, we're almost here. All right, homies, peace out.